Hello and welcome to another episode of Spoiler Appetite. I'm Tristan. Alrighty, so today is the day that I finally give you all my thoughts about Iron Fist and the new Power Rangers movie. But before I get into those, I thought I'd talk about the Justice League trailer, the one that came out Saturday. Now, I've said it here on the show before that I've learned to stop watching all these crazy trailers because the rule is that I would watch one trailer and if the trailer gets me excited, I don't need to see any more. But if it doesn't get me excited, I'll see the next trailer. But, I don't know, I love the Comic-Con trailer so much that... yeah, I don't know why I decided to watch the new trailer. I guess it's because I just wanted to see new stuff, I guess. I mean, I like not knowing what's going on. And that's the thing with this trailer. I will say that it didn't give any of the story away, which is a plus for me. Now, but overall, the trailer for me, it was fine. You know, usually a trailer is supposed to get you excited or hyped. And, you know, me being a fan of this comic book genre, I don't know. I wasn't really all that excited about it. I mean, don't get me wrong. There are some really awesome shots in this. Like, for example, Aquaman throwing his trident at parademons. Batman doing... kicking, he's in the air with his grappling gun, swinging and kicking a parademon, and then you got the Flash, seeing him running and stuff, and, you know, the Amazons going up against the parademons. All that is cool, but for some reason, I guess it wasn't enough for me. And I mean, like I said, I thought it was fine overall, but I think one of the negatives that I have is the cover song. The Come Together cover song. Now, it's very rare that I find a song that is covered by another band that I like, but for Come Together, for this in the Justice League trailer, didn't really work for me. I get the message, don't get me wrong, I get why that song was chosen, because got all these characters coming together and stuff like that, but yeah, the cover song just really wasn't all about it. But any of it, the trailer, like I said, I thought it was fine. I do love the new humor they got going. The whole, you know, with Barry asking Bruce Wayne, what's your superpower? And Bruce replying, I'm rich. You know, classic, of course. And then you got Momoa, you know, Aquaman saying he digs, he's like, dressed like a bat. I dig it. And Batman's just like, yeah, this is going to be temporarily. You know, I like the humor they got. And honestly, I am looking forward to the movie. But this trailer didn't really get me hyped or excited. I mean, I love the shots, but overall, it's just like, yeah, that's about it. I mean, I don't know what else. Now, I don't know if I'll see another trailer when the next trailer comes out, which I imagine it will be like around August or maybe Comic-Con, whichever. I don't know. I think these are the two trailers I'll see. I mean, I didn't really need to see the second trailer, the official first trailer of the Justice League, because I love the Comic-Con trailer so much. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the movie, but this trailer just not for me. Great shots, but yeah, not for me. In any event, let's get on to the Marvel side of this podcast, and let's talk about Iron Fist. Now, you've all seen the negative reviews and stuff. Now, my take, overall, I didn't really like it. I didn't like this at all. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that I didn't really like about this. Overall, I found this show really fucking boring because it's very slow for me. I mean, just long and slow and boring. The first 3 episodes, I'm like, why are they telling this story when they could easily have done this one story in, 1 episode? But let's get away from the bad for a second. Let's just talk about the few good things I liked about this show. First off, we see Madame Gao from Daredevil Season 1 and 2. She's part of the Hand, and she was great. Awesome. Colleen Wing, really, really great character. And honestly, just, yeah, I would love for her to have her own show. You learn that she's a part of the Hand, the good side of the Hand, as they said in the show, or whatever. And, everyone else, the cast is, good at what they do. But except for, I guess, the actor for Ward, which I found him just, I don't know. Great character for the show, but the performance-wise, I wasn't really a fan of. And, that's about it that I can say that I liked about Iron Fist. I was, in the beginning, when, this whole Iron Fist problems and stuff like that, with the whole who's going to play Iron Fist, and then later on, it's not an Asian character, which, let's get this clear out of the way. This is not whitewashing, because the character is white in the comics. But even I will say, yeah, I totally would have preferred a Asian American actor to play Iron Fist, Danny Rand. But if not, then fine, whatever. Just give me something that I can enjoy. Hopefully it's good, just give me something. But yeah, it wasn't great at all. I mean, let's start off with this first. I had one expectation, and that was Kung Fu, martial arts, because, as anyone who's a fan of Iron Fist, Danny Rand is this martial artist, like Kung Fu, he's an expert at it. And the show doesn't deliver that at all. I mean, you look at a show like Into the Badlands, where they do Kung Fu flawlessly. Even though they're sometimes in slow motion, I don't really like slow motion, but it's whatever. But if Into the Badlands can do it, then why wasn't it given, for Iron Fist? Why wasn't there care? Why wasn't there any, caring for the martial arts and stuff like this for a character who is a master at it? I don't know. But yeah, I was really let down. Like, all the action, there's only a few, I guess, sequences that I liked. Anything that didn't deal with Danny Rand, they were fine, I guess. But overall, I was really let down by the Kung Fu, quote-unquote, Kung Fu in the show. And yeah, and it's like, honestly, if we're going to compare, let's, Matt Murdock could easily take down Danny Rand without a sweat. And that's just mind-blowing to me. I mean, yeah. So with that out of the way, with that expectation gone, I was like, okay, the fighting's not there, maybe, at least the story could be good. Not the case at all. I mean, the first 2 or 3 episodes, it's all about, is Danny Rand, or from the other characters' perspective, like Ward and Joy, or Danny Rand's childhood best friend, they, from their perspective, they're like, is this guy really Danny Rand? Honestly, it's like we didn't need to spend 1 or 2 or 3 episodes of this whole, is this guy Danny Rand or not? I don't get it. And then even when after that, it's like, it's all about, I don't know, it's all about Danny Rand wanting to destroy the Hand, and it's a mess. Like, for me, it's just a mess, and by the time I finished this, I was like, great. I mean, what's really puzzling to me is the character himself, Danny Rand. Not so much the performance, even though I will say he is, for anyone that hates Star Wars episode 1 through 3, Danny Rand is like the Anakin Skywalker of the show. Not too bad, but, his character is just all over the place. And, I need more motivation other than he needs to destroy the hand. I would have loved to see more of that. And, him taking over his business. Clearly, he's not a businessman, which he later on confirms. He's like, yeah, I'm not good at business. It's like, okay, then why, like in the beginning, it's like, why are you back? Why do you want your company back? Even though you know for a fact you're not a businessman, because you were away for 15 years doing martial arts at Kung Lun. And yeah, just I don't understand. But yeah, Danny Rand, the character, the way he was written in this show is just very odd to me. So more motivation and, not being all over the place with your emotion. 1 minute he's like all tough and stuff, and then all of a sudden he's so angry and just pissed off. And it's like, no, I'm good. But yeah, overall, I was very let down by this show. I mean, like I said, the cast is great, but everything else isn't. And, the story isn't just compelling at all. I mean, the hand is there, but, at the end of the day, the hand isn't really... The hand's not gone. We see that Colleen Wing is part of the hand, and she, works for the hand, the good part of the hand, apparently. And then their leader gets killed, and yeah, just boring. And what's his face? The character of Harold, I think that's his name. The father of Joy and Ward. I mean, there's that plot line, which is like, oh, okay, that's cool. And then, he's trying to get away from the hand and all this stuff because, ever since he faked his death, he's been wanting to get out and all that business. And yeah, Iron Fist is just a mess in my eyes. I mean, if you like it, that's great, but just, I don't know. Even the way it ends is like, okay, like Harold is all of a sudden this good guy, and then plot twist reveals that, it was actually Harold. Well, Danny Rand believes that, like, Danny Rand basically is like, okay, the hand made my plane go down, but really it was Harold, and that plot twist is like, okay, cool, I guess. And then all of a sudden Harold is bad, and it's like, okay. I mean, I guess ever since he got killed the first time by his son, and now has he always been bad? So yeah, I guess that's the case. But yeah, just the way it ends is like, okay, I don't care. But yeah, then again, that is weird how, at one point in the show, Harold comes back, and, people see him, and there's no press about, hey, he's back, and, like, he's alive, how did he survive, and all this nonsense. Meanwhile, Danny Rand gets all that press and stuff like that, but nothing for Harold? Alright, whatever. Yeah, overall, like I said, for me, Iron Fist was just long and boring. I mean, if they just did that one episode, just stayed with one episode of who is this, is this guy really Danny Rand? In one episode, I don't even think that would have made the show better. But yeah, long and boring is what Iron Fist was to me. But in no way does this make me less excited for Defenders, because yeah, I can't wait to see my boy Luke Cage and Daredevil, Jessica Jones, and I'm just excited to see all of them. I hope in the Defenders, Danny Rand is written betterly in the show, but we'll have to wait and find out. Another thing that I saw this past weekend was the Power Rangers. Now, I'm sure I've said it on the show, but if not, I am a Power Rangers fan. I'm a fan of the original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. I mean, I think it was 2 years ago that I actually binged all those Mighty Morphin Power Rangers episodes, and yeah, I'm up to date on the lore, and Power Rangers was, I've said I'm sure I talked about the trailers before, but I remember when it was first announced, I was like, oh, this is going to be really cool. And then seeing the first look at it, the teaser, I guess, it was very grim and dark, and, it's got that Chronicle vibe, which I haven't seen Chronicle, but I know what it's about. And I wasn't feeling it, because it was just grim and dark. And then we see the first look at Alpha 5, and I was like, he looks like he's on meth. But luckily in the movie, it wasn't all that bad. But seeing the other trailers, I was like, okay. Especially the second trailer, that was the trailer I needed to see. But getting to the movie, I saw the movie, and I liked it. And honestly, I was more like, they did something really unexpected that I was like, I didn't think it was going to be like this. I mean, I honestly was, going to the movie expecting like this whole, like a regular typical action movie with, Power Rangers and stuff. Not the case at all. I was really, spoilers, I guess. I mean, this is called Spoiler Appetite after all. So, like I said, I was expecting a typical action movie with Power Rangers, but not the case, because they focused more on character development, more so than putting the actors in the suits and stuff, and it was really interesting. I mean, first off, I love the new changes that they did. Like in the beginning, the opening sequence is really cool, because they made Zordon more of a badass, because it turns out he was a Power Ranger. He was the Red Ranger. And, Rita Repulsa was the Green Ranger. And I thought that's awesome. I like that. I really do. And, he's trying to fight off Rita from getting the Zeo crystals, which have the power to destroy worlds and stuff. And yeah, this movie was something else. I liked it. I really did. I mean, I don't think I can find anything that I didn't like at all. I liked it. And, like I said, the unexpected character development. They spend more time with the characters more so than having them in the suits. And it was great. Even if it was a slow burn to see them in the suits, it was really great. I really enjoyed that. I love the new stuff. Like, for example, Trini is gay, and I'm okay with that. I mean, these characters felt real to me. They really did. One moment, they're training to fight against Rita. They're fighting against the hologram putties, and all this development was just, it really paid off for me. That's the one thing I really appreciate about this movie. Just so much character development that it was like, I don't even care that we don't see them in the suits till the end. Like, I don't know how many times I can say it, but that's how I feel about it. I love that so much. And when we do see them in the costumes, oh man, it was definitely a payoff. It was really great seeing them in the costumes and just kicking. And it does get ridiculous. Once they're in the suits, it does get ridiculous when they start fighting the putties. And it was so great. And then you see them in the Zords, and for a moment in the movie, they play the classic Mighty Morphin Power Rangers song from the 1995 movie, which was like really nice, really touching and stuff. Just really great. And yeah, I mean, it was definitely a fun ride. I mean, we're looking at it was great. I mean, even Rita Repulsa was awesome. Like, in the beginning, she's not what you see her from all those photos. She's actually, like, she's been in the water, and she's been in some sort of statue or cocoon. I don't know what it was, but, it's like, she's scary looking. Like, she's very, like, scary looking. And, the whole film, she's finding gold to build Goldar. And it was really amazing. I mean, and I guess that's why I like this movie so much, because, Rita Repulsa in the movie is just, she's trying to find the Zeo crystals and wants to destroy worlds. And with doing that, she has to build her giant monster Goldar, which I liked, It would have been nice if he had a face, but it's whatever. He's made out of gold, so he has no face. Makes sense to me. So yeah, and Power Rangers was a really great movie. I really did. I really liked it. I mean, they did have a post-credit scene, mid-credit scene actually, which was the teasing of Tommy Oliver. Now, for those who aren't Power Rangers fan, then Tommy Oliver is basically the Green Ranger, the evil Green Ranger who later turns to be good and then went on to being the White Ranger. So, yeah, I liked the mid-credit scene. I liked how it felt like, doesn't guarantee a sequel, but if they do make a sequel, then, it'll be there. That's what I imagine the sequel will be. And I read somewhere where the cast wants a female Green Ranger, which, if that's the case, I am totally fine with that. I mean, as a big Tommy Oliver, that character, I have no problem with that at all. I mean, I don't even know. Power Rangers. I mean, like I said, Power Rangers, I liked it. Especially because it focused more on character development. That's just, I mean, I don't know how many times I gotta say it, but that just blew me away. I was like, wow, they really just focused more on that, more so than, explosions and punching and kicking and all that business. Just, wow, really great. So yeah, I mean, if there's a sequel, I'm totally there. And I did read somewhere where the studio wants to make 6 Power Rangers fans, along with prequels and spin-offs. And with the spin-offs and prequels, I'm like, I'll pass on those. And as far as 6 movies, I don't know about that. But if it happens, if these movies let's say the sequel does happen and that makes money, then it'll happen. If it makes money, it'll happen. But as far as like 6 movies goes, I don't know about that. I really don't know about that at all. So yeah, Power Rangers, I liked it. It's definitely, I would say it's definitely for those who, if you didn't like the show at all, you could totally watch this, because it's not as goofy as the show is, but it does get, a bit campy and goofy towards the end when they're in the suits and fighting. It is, but it's still amazing to see, and I honestly love the designs of the suits, really, so much so. So yeah, that's Power Rangers. I liked it. I think, I say, go see it, give it a shot, watch it. If you hate it, fine. If you liked it, fine. But yeah, so that's pretty much it for this episode. So that's Spoil Your Appetite for this episode. I'm Tristan, and you've just been spoiled.